What is up, lifestyle builders?
Good morning. We're live. Oh, who are we? Before we get going, because we forget to do this every time. I'm Ariana.
I'm Tom.
This is Tom. We run Tom and Ariana. What do
do
you know?
So we are actually knee deep in our reflection on 2017, planning out 2018, and just want to come and talk to you guys about a trend we're seeing that we want to make sure that you guys avoid and don't fall into.
Yeah, this might be a little bit of a controversial opinion.
I think everything we do is controversial.
Not everything. Some things we do.
All right,
this one is definitely going to be up there, though.
So here's the thing. Don't buy another planner.
Yeah, just stop. Stop buying planners.
Don't buy another tool until you guys listen to what we're talking about here. So here's the thing. We are big on goal planning. We're big on strategic planning. We're big on meetings and planning in general.
Pretty much.
We do a lot of it. If you guys have seen, we have a whole Plan with Purpose course. I mean, legit, we like planning. But here's the problem that a lot of people fall into. They focus on the tools instead of focusing on the process. And we're starting to see a lot more like threads and comments from people saying, oh, I'm so excited about buying X planner, or I'm so excited about getting X tool to help me with goal planning because I've tried it in the past
and it didn't work.
And it didn't work.
Well, and I'm seeing it everywhere. In the Facebook ads, everyone's got the, it's like the big rush at the end of the year. Everyone wants you to get in and buy their planning courses or to jump in and get their planners that they've specifically designed, and it's everywhere right now. It's like the coolest thing to do in the end of the year is to plan out your next year.
Well, and here's the thing. One, that's the right thing to be doing at the end of the year. Two, we're not saying that any of these planners or tools are bad. The problem is most people, when something isn't working, tend to jump to, I need a new tool or I need a new thing, instead of taking a second to look back and say, why didn't, say, goal planning work for me in the past? Because guess what? If you buy another tool, that tool is not going to solve your underlying problem.
Correct.
The underlying problem that you have is your process isn't working, or you don't have the right accountability, or something like that. So what you want to do before you buy the tool or before you buy the planner is actually take a step back and say, okay, let me look at why goal planning didn't work in the past.
Yep.
Right? Because we've seen so many people that are like, I've got like 8 different planners, and I'm so excited because this is going to be the year where goal planning actually works for me.
Even worse, they've got stacks of planners that have, a couple pages that they wrote on, and then they never used it. But they keep buying planners. Planners are not a button, people. Yep. Planning is work. It takes work. It takes constant improvement. You have to work at it, and you have to make it something that works for you. You can't just follow someone else's style and assume that that's automatically going to work in your life or your business. And I know that doesn't sound sexy or cool, but that's the bottom line. Planning is work.
Yep. And so, like, for us, if you guys have followed anything we've done, we actually use whiteboard and Post-it notes whenever we do planning.
Yep.
And so on the other side of our bookshelf right here is actually a giant whiteboard where we're doing all of our planning. And that's the thing, because it's not about the tools. If you have the right process down, the tools can make you more efficient, right?
Yes.
They can help you. But the tools are not a replacement for the process in making sure that you have a process that will work for you.
Yeah.
So the leaving point that we want to leave you guys with today is first focus on the process. And that usually starts with looking at what has worked for you in the past and what hasn't worked. And then once you're clear on that, then go and find the right tool or the right journal or the right planner
or the
that
right
will help
person
you.
to
Or the
keep
right
you
person.
Accountable.
Absolutely.
And here's the thing. Obviously, we talked about, we have a free course about our process, our planning process. We don't care what planning process you use. Just look and find one that ultimately is going to work for you. That is the most essential piece.
Yeah, and so if you guys are interested, we mentioned the course. We'll leave a link down below. It's a free course, and it walks you through each day the simple process that we go through.
Yeah.
So the nice thing about that course is we can give you a worksheet for that, but it's not about the worksheet. Yeah. It's about understanding the process. And then some people like to use electronic tools. Some people actually buy the journals, and the journal works for them.
Yep.
But
yeah, we know a lot of people that successfully use planners and journals and have done so for years, but they found a process that worked first. Exactly. And now they have chosen specific planners that work for their needs. Because that's the other piece. Some planners, some parts work and some parts don't. Well, it's silly to buy a planner if only half of it's going to work for you. Either go find something that works better for you or make your own.
Yeah, well, and that's the big thing. So a lot of people they might have looked and they said, well, I use this tool and I was successful, so you should use this tool. Mm-hmm. And the reality is the tool is not good or bad. It's just, how you are implementing it and how well it fits for you.
Yeah.
So just because somebody else is using this planner doesn't mean you have to use that planner. Now, you could use it and it might be a good fit for you and it might work out great, but don't just automatically assume that because somebody else had success with it, that you're automatically going to have that success.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we talked about part of it is thinking that it's an easy button, like, oh, this is going to make me the best planner ever. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, the FOMO, the fear of missing out. Oh, everyone's out there and they're doing this goal planning course or they're jumping in and buying this planner. Please don't just buy a planner because someone else did. Why do you need it? What are you struggling with? How have you done goal planning in the past? Has it worked for you or not?
Yep.
If it hasn't, do a little digging and see what other processes are out there that you think might work for you and test it out. Before you go spending money on a planner, test it out with just a piece of paper. And if it does work, awesome. Now you know you have a planner that will support you in the process you need.
Yep, and it's the same thing. I mean, we're not trying to harp on like a specific tool or a specific planner. We just want you guys to understand, because you're getting a lot of information probably thrown at you this time of year about goal planning. So I've taken a lot of the courses. I've done a lot of this with the corporate clients that I've worked with, and that is really the key thing. Most of them end up coming in and they just want a quick fix. They just want a quick tool. And the majority of courses out there are good. I mean, I've been through them. But is it good for you? And that's really the question you should be asking before you buy any course or buy any planner or buy any tool.
Yeah. All right.
So that's it for today. Good. All right. Bye. See you guys. Tip of the day.